Hello friends, today I am going to discuss about the conversion process of a pi network to a T network, and for this to happen, initially I am describing you what is a T network and a pi network. Then I will derive the equations for a T network and a pi network, and later on I will equate these two, that is the T network with a pi network, and derive the equations that will help you to convert a pi network to a T network. If you find this video helpful for you, please share this video among your friends and subscribe the channel Electronics with Expert. So let's move to the video. So let us consider this circuit. Here is a circuit which comprises of Z1, Z2 and Z3. There are three impedances Z1, Z2 and Z3. They are arranged in such a way that you can identify it as an alphabet T. So this is known as the T network. Here the external terminals are designated as 1, 1 and 2, 2, and we are going to measure the impedances across these terminals only. First of all, we have to deduce Z1 OC. Now Z1 OC means the impedance what we have to find at the port 1, 1 while making the 2, 2 terminals open circuited. Next we are going to measure Z1 SC. Now what is Z1 SC? Again the impedance at the 1, 1 terminals while making the 2, 2 terminals short. Let us find Z1 OC first. Now whenever 2, 2 terminals are open circuited, that means if a current is flowing through this one terminal, it must not flow along this, but it will flow along this Z3 terminal. So what will be the impedance whenever 2, 2 terminals are open circuited? It will be just Z1 plus Z3. That is Z1 and Z3 impedances are in series. While what is Z1 SC? Now whenever we are going to find Z1 SC, that means we have to make a short across the 2, 2 terminals. While these 2, 2 terminals are shorted, that means whenever a current is flowing across Z1 terminal, it must flow across Z2 and then it will flow along these 2, 2 terminals. Okay? So Z1 SC will be then Z2 parallel Z3, Z2 parallel Z3, which is in series with Z1. On simplification of this equation, we get Z1 plus Z2 Z3 divided by Z2 plus Z3. So this is Z1 SC. Now let's find the other two, that is Z2 OC and Z2 SC. Now what is Z2 OC? Again, whenever we are going to measure Z2 OC, that means you have to open circuit these 1, 1 terminals while measuring the impedance across 2, 2 terminals. Now the impedance, now here we have to consider a current flowing through this terminal. Now whenever 1, 1 is made open, then this current which is flowing across Z2 must flow across Z3 while it will not flow along Z1. That means Z2 OC becomes Z2 plus Z3. And whenever we are considering Z2 SC, again it means that you have to measure the impedance along 2, 2 terminals while making the 1, 1 terminals shorted. That means this current which is flowing across Z2 must flow along this Z1 via these terminals. So it will make Z1 Z3 parallel, which is in series with Z2. So it means Z1 parallel Z3, which is in series with Z2. That means it will become Z1 Z3 by Z1 plus Z3 plus Z2. So these four are the impedances measuring across the 1 1 or 2 2 terminals, and these are the parameters of a T network. Okay, now let's consider the pi network. This is the pi network comprising of ZA, ZB and ZC, these three impedances. These are the external terminals 1 1 and 2 2. Now this looks like a pi. This looks like a pi, isn't it? Now here also we are going to deduce four parameters, that is Z1OC, Z1SC, Z2OC and Z2SC. Now let's calculate Z1OC. Z1OC is the impedance which we have to find along the 1 1 terminals, making the 2 2 terminals open circuited. So if we take a current flowing through this 1 1 terminals, it will flow along ZA and ZB, and then it will flow along ZC. That means ZA is parallel to ZB plus ZC. So it will make ZA into ZB plus ZC whole divided by ZA plus ZB plus ZC. So this is the Z1OC. Let's find Z1SC. Now whenever we are measuring Z1SC, it means you have to make these 2 2 terminals short circuit. That means the current which is earlier flowing through ZC will not flow through the ZC, but it will flow through these 2 2 terminals. That is, ZA and ZB are parallel to each other. So ZA parallel to ZB. That means it will make ZA ZB divided by ZA plus ZB. So this is our Z1SC. Now consider Z2OC. Z2OC, that means we are measuring impedance along 2 2 terminals while making the 1 1 terminal open. So consider a current flowing across this terminal. It will divide it into ZC, ZB, and the current flowing across ZB will actually flows through ZA. That means ZC parallel to ZA plus ZB. ZC parallel to ZA plus ZB, and it will make ZC into ZA plus ZB whole divided by ZA plus ZB plus ZC. So this is Z2OC. Now calculate Z2SC. So that means you have to short these 1 1 terminals. Now the current flowing through ZB will actually flows through this, while it will reject the path ZA. That means ZB and ZC are in parallel to each other. ZB and ZC are in parallel to each other. ZB is parallel to ZC, and it will make ZB ZC divided by ZB plus ZC. So these are all four parameters of a pi network. Now before proceeding to the next section, a few words for you. If you are a newcomer to this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon just to ensure that whenever a new video is posted, you will get as soon as possible. Now let's move to the video again. Now these are the equations what we have earlier derived for the T section and the pi section. Z1OC equals to Z1 plus Z3, while it is for the pi section is ZA into ZB plus ZC divided by ZA plus ZC. So I have written all the three equations which I have derived earlier. Now these two circuits are equivalent. That means we can put equal sign over these two. That means Z1OC equals to Z1 plus Z3, whichever for the T section must equal to the equation what we have derived for the pi section as well. So we can write that Z1 plus Z3 equals to ZA into ZB plus ZC divided by ZA plus ZB plus ZC, and for these all three equations we can write it as this. Now as I have told you earlier that we can put these two equations equivalent, that is Z1 plus Z3 equals to this, Z2 plus Z3 equals to this, and Z1 plus Z2 Z3 by Z2 plus Z3 equals to ZA ZB by ZA plus ZB. That means I have equal Z1 OC for the T network and the pi network, Z2 OC for the T network and the pi network, and Z1 SC for the T network and the pi network, and these three equations are labeled as equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. Okay. Now let's subtract equation 3 from equation 1. Now, so I am writing equation 1 first, then equation 3, that is Z1 minus Z2 Z3 divided by Z2 plus Z3, and on the right hand side, that is ZA into ZB plus ZC divided by ZA plus ZB plus ZC minus ZA ZB divided by ZA plus ZB. Now in the left hand side, what happens, that is Z1 cancels, so it will be Z2 Z3 plus Z3 square minus Z2 Z3 divided by Z2 plus Z3, and in the right hand side we are getting ZA plus ZB into ZA plus ZB plus ZC, and in the denominator, on the numerator part, ZA ZB, that is ZA square ZB, just simple mathematical calculations, ZA ZB square plus ZA square ZC plus ZA ZB ZC, ZA ZB ZC minus ZA square ZB, ZA square ZB minus ZA ZB square minus ZA ZB ZC. So this is the simplified form. Now in the left hand side, Z2 Z3 cancels with each other, ZA squared ZB cancels with ZA squared ZB, ZA ZB square cancels with ZA ZB square, and ZA ZB ZC cancels with ZA ZB ZC. So proceeding, we get Z3 square by Z2 plus Z3, and in the right hand side we have ZA squared ZC divided by ZA plus ZB along with ZA plus ZB plus ZC. Now this was our equation 2. We are actually substituting that Z2 plus Z3, the value of Z2 plus Z3 in this position. So it will become Z3 square divided by ZC into ZA plus ZB, and the denominator will move to this numerator, that is ZA plus ZB plus ZC, and keeping the right hand side intact, ZA squared ZC by ZA plus ZB into ZA plus ZB plus ZC. So we can cancel ZA plus ZB from these two, and we get Z3 square is equals to ZA square ZC square divided by ZA plus ZB plus ZC whole square. That means we can get Z3 equals to just ZA into ZC divided by ZA plus ZB plus ZC. Thus the pi network, that is the impedances found in the pi network ZA ZC divided by ZA plus ZB plus ZC, if you have the values of ZA ZB ZC for the pi network, you can get Z3 for the T network. Similarly, you can get all the other two impedances for the T network, Z1 and Z2 as. So these are the values of Z1 and Z2. Z1 equals to ZA ZB by ZA plus ZB plus ZC. Z2 equals to ZB ZC by ZA plus ZB plus ZC, and Z3, the value of Z3 I have already derived. How to remember these three values Z1, Z2 and Z3? You can see here that whenever that the denominators of all three are equal, that is ZA plus ZB plus ZC. Now for the numerator type Z1, when you are considering Z1, this is ZA ZB. So the first two, ZA ZB. Whenever you are considering Z2, that is the second and third term, that is ZB ZC. And next, when for Z3, that is the third term and the first term, that is on the numerator side, you have ZC ZA. So this is the way you just can remember these three values, and you find this video proper for you, or if this video is helpful to you, please subscribe this channel and share this among your friends. So thank you and goodbye from Electronics with Expert.